Hello, I'm Robert Tucker. I'm going to show you what I think is the best right hand horn position. There are many different approaches and schools of thought on this, so this is just my system that I use, that I've used with students for many, many years. But the reason for the right hand really is historical. The horn was originally an instrument without valves, and so you would change pitches by adjusting your right hand. That's why the horn now is played with the left hand, because it developed over time, adding a valve, 2, 3, and of course my horn has many valves. But on the best right hand position, it kind of depends on the size of your hand. A student often has a small hand, and so they would need to put their right hand in a little farther. Someone else who's bigger would pull their hand out. I've got a fairly large hand, maybe average to large. I know people with bigger hands. My personal position is slightly different because my right finger is twisted from a basketball accident many years ago. But what I subscribe to is hold your hand up straight like this, make it as straight as possible. Notice that my wrist is straight, and then a slight curve, just a little bit to hold. You could hold maybe a few drops of water, and so it's a slight cup in the right hand. Notice that my fingers and thumb are together. I'm not separated like this, but they're together. I put my right hand in the bell. I put it approximately underneath the brace. There's a brace on the horn right here. My horn is a little different. It's a German-made, what we call a descant horn. And so the bell is slightly smaller than a lot of regular double horns. But all horns have a little brace right here where the pipes are braced to the bell branch. And so I put my right thumb underneath that brace right there. And then I take my right hand, I twist it about an inch. Some horns would be 2 inches. Some would be maybe half an inch, but enough where I'm comfortable holding the horn up like this. If I were to sit down, then the horn would be the same. My right hand position would be the same. And I find a position where I can comfortably do stopped horn fast by moving my wrist like this, rather than making my hand do all kinds of funny contortions. So that's a good spot for me to play stopped horn. And then if I open it up, I leave my right elbow about 6 inches from my body to give a good sound. If I bring my right elbow in, then that covers the sound too much. If I take my right elbow too far out, that's a little too bright of a sound. So that's my right hand position. I leave my fingers fairly straight, glued together, in like this, and that gives me a nice opening into the bell, so the sound is slightly, makes it slightly darker, not too bright, so I try to find a middle of the road kind of sound. For players who like a brighter sound, they would be farther out than this. For players that want a more muffled sound, they would be a little farther in. This bell fits my hand real well, and of course I'm comfortable with this horn. So there is a little bit of that. What you don't want is this kind of thing, or you don't want fingers to be like this, because that's blocking the sound. So you want to keep your fingers fairly straight. So that's kind of the right hand position. While I'm on the subject, my left elbow is about 6 inches from my body too. My fingers try to stay curved as much as possible. And then some horns, the finger hook is too far away, and that adds tension. So you want to get your finger hook fairly close. So that might require some adjustments on some horns. So hope that helps.